Welcome back to Hot Take Sports, episode 37. All the way up to episode 37. Today we're going to be covering mostly the NFL, but we'll start by going around the circle quick. Brady, how we doing?
Pretty good. Just another week working towards the degree.
Awesome. That's what we like to hear. Matt?
Oh, wait. Way to make yourself sound smart, Brady. I like that. A pretty good day. Got the hairs cut today. Isaac and I did.
Yep.
No, that wasn't planned. When he walked in, Isaac, I started laughing when he walked in. I'm like, shoot, I know that guy.
Oh, you guys got your haircut at the same time?
Yeah, it was wild. We both were in great clips together. I looked at the guy cutting my hair. I'm like, my best friend just walked in. Well, one of my
Wow.
Wow. Dog, relax. Relax.
Clayton, we have to go do something together now. Just you and me. Just you and me.
That was my bad. I shouldn't have said that. But
no, it's okay.
Whatever.
It's okay.
Moving
it's okay.
on. Isaac, have you been?
Good. Class is canceled for the week because my teacher got COVID, so you know.
Bro, my class just went on Zoom for tomorrow, and I don't know why. The professor didn't even say anything. She's just like, oh, hey, we're having Zoom class tomorrow. I'm like, oh, whatever.
I think I'll start with my segment.
That's fine. Nobody has to know how I'm doing. That's
Okay.
fine.
Clayton, how are you? Clayton, how are you doing?
He was like, all right, that's fine.
How are you today, Clayton?
I am doing okay. I'm very tired. ROTC's made this week a little bit longer than it's needed to be so far, but we're doing all right.
So like Tuesday, but you'll get there, buddy. You'll get there.
We'll get there.
We'll be fine. Pushing for Super Bowl Sunday.
Yes.
All right, Isaac, you wanted to start us off?
I'll start us off. I have a little game called Would You Rather.
I've heard of it.
Cool.
I've
So
played
would
it a time or two.
Would you rather have Otto Graham or Aaron Rodgers?
Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers.
Who was the first guy?
Otto Graham.
He's a legendary Browns quarterback, and take legendary with a grain of salt.
No,
I have the stats on both.
He is pretty legendary. I
was gonna say
I don't care. Pretty dang good. Yeah, I know. That's what
I have the stats if you want them.
I'll go Aaron Rodgers. I assume Otto Graham had the better stats since you brought that up, but
it's actually pretty close. I will send. Just take it. They both have won MVP 3 times. Rodgers probably about to win his 4th. Graham has 3 chips before it was the Super Bowl. And Rodgers only has 1. The passing yards, Rodgers has more.
Well, Otto Graham played in the 50s. Like,
yeah,
it wasn't passing football then.
No,
I think you want a full blown document. Atta babe.
I did.
Proud.
He's actually using stats and analysis to back up his arguments.
This is the first for Isaac.
They don't even have art. Oh, wait. All right. Oh, all right. Stop. Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Please don't clap into the mic. That sounds horrid. These stats aren't even close. What do you mean they're comparable?
I don't know. The next one's comparable.
4 times the passing yards. Aaron Rodgers.
Hey.
All right. The next one. Would you rather have Jim Brown or Barry Sanders?
Jim Brown. Yeah.
That's tough.
These ones are a lot more comparable.
I found good ones for the second one. I don't know about the third one.
I'll probably go Barry Sanders. That's all I'll do.
I was thinking Barry Sanders too.
I'm about to say they were both pretty elusive. Barry was definitely elusive. Jim Brown was more of your power back.
I was gonna say Jim Brown was a freight train. What do you mean?
Freight train he was pretty much Derrick Henry before Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, if he says something that you don't agree with, remember he is a Lions fan.
That's true.
All right, that was so unnecessary.
All
Hang on, Isaac. Before we continue, so is for every question a Browns player?
No,
Okay. I was just curious.
there is 2 Browns and 2 Lions.
Of course.
Of course there is. Point stands.
Now it's fun.
I didn't even realize I got the last question.
Just give the next ones.
Calvin Johnson Jr. or Tyreek Hill?
Calvin
So
Johnson.
Megatron or Tyreek
Absolutely.
Hill?
That's the dumbest question of all time. Calvin Johnson.
Absolutely.
Easy.
I say
No,
Tyreek's
that was a
fast,
stupid
but
question.
Calvin Johnson's like 3 times the machine.
Calvin Johnson was 6'5", like 250 pounds, and could run faster than most NFL defensive backs. How are you going? I have a hard time picking most wide receivers over Calvin Johnson.
Find the stats for career drops because I would bet Tyreek Hill already has more.
Yeah,
Probably.
I don't disagree.
I wonder if you can look that up. I'm gonna try.
All right, that was my last one. So
Your last one, well, you said you had 2 Lions.
yeah, 2 Lions.
Calvin
Barry
Johnson.
Sanders is a Lion.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I knew that.
Yeah.
I was. I don't know what did happen there, but it.
Oddly enough,
I'll
Brady,
have
the
more
Lions
for
franchise
the
made them
for
both
the
retire.
NBA
early.
one.
That's a very good point, Clayton.
What?
Maybe if you weren't talking over me, you'd understand.
Sorry, Clayton. My apologies. I'll stop screaming.
I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to the other one.
Oh. Well,
Anyway.
still applies. Still applies.
Yeah. My point is that the Lions franchise made both of those players retire early.
That is true.
You know, we're just lucky that they didn't make Matt Stafford retire early. Just because now he's in the Super Bowl.
True. Speaking of the Super Bowl,
I was gonna say
Bengals, Rams.
Yeah, Bengals, Rams. The Rams beat on a game-winning field goal to get Matt Stafford his first Super Bowl. And then the Bengals outdueled the Chiefs on a game-winning field goal in overtime, which actually was only the second time in the postseason or under the newer overtime rules that the team that won the coin toss lost. So teams are now 10-2 in the postseason after winning the coin toss.
And
NFL Twitter
overtime rules might be changing soon.
We'll see. Clayton, what were you saying?
NFL Twitter would have exploded if the Chiefs would have won that game.
Oh yeah, there's no doubt.
Yeah,
there would have been a riot.
That would not have ended very well. That would have honestly even the first one was a poor look on the league. But like if the Chiefs won again because of that, nothing good would have came out of that for any party involved.
Props to the Cincinnati defense, though.
Yeah, they came.
Absolutely.
For sure. I'm happy for Joe Burrow. This dude could win the Heisman, a national championship, and a Super Bowl in the span of 3 years.
Oh yeah, which is absolutely terrifying.
Like, come on, dude. Leave some success for the rest of us. But
so, Clayton, I would just like to highlight real quick that we were both right in picking Rams Bengals.
that is true. Well, I was going to transition to that too. This is the Super Bowl that I wanted to see. I don't know. I'm going to cheer for the Bengals here.
I'm cheering for the Bengals. As much
Yeah.
as Matt Stafford deserves a ring, I'm cheering for the Bengals. Of course.
Yeah. And with the reports that Odell Beckham Jr. told Von Miller not to come to Cleveland, like, screw you, dude. I don't want you to win a ring. Like,
Yeah.
that one made me mad. If
Crazily
they win,
enough, the Rams were actually the third team that was on Odell's list. Well, I don't know if that's necessarily in order, but he was close with 2 teams and then decided on the Rams. I know the Patriots were one of them. I can't remember what the other one was off the top of my head, though.
yeah, if the Rams win, whatever, Stafford deserves the ring. I get it, but I cannot do Odell Beckham Jr. anymore. I'm done.
No.
I'm done.
What's it? Back at the start of the season, you were the only one of us that said that OBJ would be the Browns wide receiver 1, and then he got forced out. Well, I mean, it's kind of
He
a
didn't
two-way
get
street.
forced out.
He forced his way out.
He forced his way out. Yeah,
Oh, his dad forced his way out first, and OBJ followed that.
exactly.
But yeah,
Like on paper, like I said, you could blame year 1 on it being year 1. You can blame year 2 on COVID. This year there was no excuse. That's how I look at it.
Yeah.
Matt, are you still there?
Yeah, I was trying to find a stat.
I figured.
are you
Okay.
still looking for drops?
Yeah, I didn't have anything to say either, to be honest.
Yeah.
Fair.
Fair enough.
I definitely think Super Bowl is going to be a good game, though. I definitely think that is something to look forward to. Joe Burrow and Matt Stafford, either way, literally regardless of who wins, it's going to be crazy
Mm-hmm.
because either Matt Stafford finally wins a ring, or like Clayton mentioned, Joe Burrow has pretty much hit the trifecta in his first 3 years.
Yeah.
The only
Yeah.
thing that pulls me away from cheering for the Bengals is that Joe Burrow was talking about, and now he specifically said Ohio State, so he didn't say Ohio people, but somebody asked him about Ohio State fans claiming him as their quarterback, and he's like, I didn't even really play there. It's not where you start college, it's where you finish. So,
But he also came out
Tyler.
later and kind of contradicted that. So I've heard both.
one way or the other, he's playing in Ohio, so I'm happy to cheer for the Ohio team, and I'm
Right.
definitely not cheering for the organization that stole my team from St. Louis. So, between the Rams and OBJ, I don't want either one of them getting any more press than they have to. But at the same time, I really like seeing Matthew Stafford finally succeed. Although I do want to say that I was probably on the wagon of, not really the wagon, because I guess it was kind of contradictory that Matthew Stafford really isn't all that special of a quarterback. Everybody keeps saying it was just the Lions, but I was wrong. That's for sure. And again, obviously, I like Cooper Kupp because he's insane.
Yes. The only thing you have to worry as a Bengals fan is your offensive
What did you
line.
say? What did you say?
I said the only thing you have to worry about if you're a Bengals fan is your offensive line.
Oh, if you're a Bengals fan.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
he wasn't. I don't think, at least not from what I heard, he wasn't claiming to be one.
I was gonna say, I thought it sounded like he said as. I'll let you guys know after I edit, but we'll see. But yeah, Isaac, I agree.
The cool thing about this Super Bowl is that there's no way really for it to be a totally boring game. It's either going to be a shootout between Joe Burrow and Matt Stafford, or the Rams are just going to blow them out of the water, picking apart the Cincinnati defense and then just destroying Joe Burrow and the Bengals offense. So,
see, I think it's almost gonna look like what Bengals and Chiefs, or not Bengals and Chiefs, Bucks and Chiefs did last year. I think Burrow's gonna be running around trying to escape everybody, because between Aaron Donald, Von Miller, and everybody else on that defense,
yeah, but his receivers
it's gonna be a lot.
dropped 10
It's gonna be a
passes.
lot. It's gonna be a lot harder to achieve another win like they did against the Titans.
But obviously it's doable.
Yeah.
It is doable.
We've
but-
seen all
yeah.
season that the Rams aren't invincible. So, I mean, heck, they lost to the 49ers
that's true.
twice.
That's very true. I think if they get Joe Mixon going, I think the Bengals are guaranteed to win the game.
I don't think
Because
they tried to
that's
get Joe
what-
Mixon going.
I was
I
going
think
to say, there's
they
no
tried
reason to do
that. They tried that against the Chiefs, and it didn't work.
Well, but that's what stifled the Rams when the 49ers beat them the first 2 times and then almost beat them the third time. Was they crushed them in the running game. That's why Jimmy G never did anything, but they were still winning games.
Yeah, I get that.
Okay,
But
are you comparing Joe Mixon to Deebo Samuel right now?
I'm not comparing them. I'm comparing the game plan style.
Okay,
Obviously, Deebo
but-
Samuel's a machine.
Exactly.
I'm not saying that. I'm just
That's
saying in terms of game
The
plan.
Chiefs' offense would work just as well if they had Baker Mayfield under center.
Well,
Or the Chiefs' offense would work just as well if they had Mitchell Trubisky under center. That's not how.
Okay, hey now. Okay, let's reel it back in here.
Nah, you're the one who's saying it, bro.
I was gonna say,
You know, just brought Mitchell Trubisky to the conversation.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. These dudes are not on the same level.
Well, I wasn't saying they were on the same level. I was like
But
saying
you
like that
have
could
the
if
same
if they
game
attack the Rams defense like with like going from the same general philosophy, I guess.
But okay, but that's not how sports work. You have to play a style based on your personnel.
Well, yeah, I know that. Like
What?
you can still like mix in some hard runs every once in a while.
But the Kings can't go out and play like the Warriors 35 games like they have right now. That's not their personnel. They don't have the personnel to shoot every single three imaginable.
They don't have the personnel to do anything.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, you can't just go out and be like, oh, well, this is how this team beat them, so why don't we do the same thing? That's not how it works.
unless you have similar personnel, which is not the case here.
And they do not have that at all. They have a
No.
really good quarterback and a very average running back, which is the exact opposite of the 49ers.
Yeah, and the Bengals also have stud wide receivers.
That's true.
And the
The
49ers
Bengals and the
won.
Browns are polar opposites offensively. Like
Yeah,
the
that's
Browns
true.
should be running the ball a lot, but the Bengals need to be passing like 80% of the time.
And that's why Joe Burrow has 50 passing attempts per game, and that's when they're at their best.
Right.
Yeah, and Joe Burrow is excellent against the blitz.
When he
I
doesn't
don't
get
know
clobbered
if
in
taking
half a
9
second.
Well,
threes a game is excellent against the blitz.
But that's not all
I-
his fault. So
I'm not saying it's his fault entirely, but
I am just
Still.
going to point out Joe Mixon was third in rushing yards this year. He sat only behind Jonathan Taylor and Chubb only beat him by 54.
well, Chubb also didn't play in every game.
That is also true, but
you
like
also have to look at the consistency of it. How many of that was because he broke a couple games for 150 yards? How many games did he have where he had 25, 30? And he definitely hasn't had a crazy rushing game in the playoffs.
No.
oh
no,
yeah.
not at all.
Oh yeah, because the playoffs have been Burrow's domain all January and into February.
As they should have been.
So then,
Plus, when they tried to
what-
run,
from
he
that?
wasn't getting
But
much
that's how they
yards.
made it this far. Joe Mixon
Okay.
had 48 yards in the wild card game. He had 54 yards in the divisional game. And
What?
8 yards
What?
in
Yeah.
championship game.
Matt, you are cutting in and out just a little bit.
Well, we should be
I heard most
recording
of it though.
online, so
Yeah, I know.
Part of the casualty.
This is crazy. Eckler didn't have 1,000 yards. Kamara didn't have 1,000 yards.
Eckler didn't have 1,000 yards because half of his yards come from receiving.
That's true.
Yeah.
I mean, he did have 911. So Ezekiel Elliott had 1,002. That's wild.
1,000-yard seasons. Like,
I was gonna say there were only 7 guys with 1,000-yard seasons: Taylor, Chubb, Mixon, Najee Harris, Dalvin Cook, Antonio Gibson, and Ezekiel Elliott.
Yeah.
yeah, that makes sense.
Honestly, Ezekiel Elliott doesn't make sense because I think what did Leo say? They only had like one rush for over like 30 yards or something like that. Something crazy.
Well, he averaged 59 yards a game, and his longest rush was 47 yards.
Yeah.
The Cowboys are a passing team now.
And they still have 1,000-yard running. And Pollard couldn't have been that far off, right? I thought
No.
really good.
I'm gonna look. I don't think he was as close as you guys think, but I think he might have had like 500 or 600 yards. I don't know. Let me find this.
I think he's probably 200 off, if I had to guess.
I'm gonna guess.
Well,
I'm
no,
gonna
he's
say
not in
yes.
the 800 column.
Yeah.
Tony Pollard had 719.
I
So
would've
he was
guessed
300
600,
off.
So that's a little higher.
He was
than I
300
would've
off,
put
yeah.
him.
He had more than Cordero Patterson by literally 101.
Well, Cordero Patterson missed half the year.
No, he didn't. He played 16 games. Pollard played 15.
Really? I thought Patterson
Yeah.
missed a chunk in the middle.
He missed like a game and a half.
All right, I'm crazy then.
Yeah, you are.
Yep.
How many did Kareem Hunt end up having?
Not a lot because
Um,
he was injured most of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Dearness Johnson finished with 500.
Yeah.
Kareem Hunt had 386.
Oh,
Patrick Mahomes almost outrushed Kareem Hunt.
Well, Hunt was injured all year, so that would
Hunt
make
had
sense.
386. Mahomes had 381. Taysom Hill had 374. Wait a minute. Taysom Hill outrushed Deebo Samuel? What the heck?
It's almost like Deebo Samuel's a wide receiver.
I know, but they didn't play him like that for the last half of the year.
Once again, it's almost like Deebo Samuel is a wide receiver.
I know Deebu's a wide receiver, Clayton.
Debu.
Clayton said,
really?
Clayton said Deebu, that's why I said it back.
Whatever.
So
Point
who really-
being, he's a
who
wide
really
receiver.
is you guys'
dude.
MVP?
What'd you say, Matt?
Who's you guys' MVP?
Aaron Rodgers.
Rodgers.
Does Brady count?
Obviously, he counts. He played, Nimrod.
No, Isaac. Brady does not count. Brady goes to Bluffton University. He doesn't play in the NFL.
Good point. The GOAT.
Because honestly, I hate to say it personally, but Tom Brady led his team to the exact same record, crushed Aaron Rodgers in passing yards, and crushed him in touchdowns.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, but if you take away Aaron Rodgers from that Packers team, like they don't
True.
do anything.
He does make that team. I think. Who's your favorite backup for the Bucks? Gabbert? Is that his name?
Yeah. I don't like he's okay. Like I said, I just like seeing guys who like bounce around, win a ring. So
I'm just saying that like if you threw Blaine Gabbert in for a game for the Patriots, they would probably be just fine between their offensive line and other weapons.
yeah.
So that's why it does make sense for.
I mean, the Bucks?
What did I say?
The
You
Patriots?
said the Patriots.
Wow, been a long day, huh? Patriots. It would be cool to see Jonathan Taylor and Cooper Kupp make some noise, but
Yeah. And even Joe Burrow.
Akeem Talib swears that Aaron Donald's the MVP, and I haven't heard Aaron Donald linked MVP once. If anything, I would put TJ Watt as the best defensive player in terms of odds to get MVP this year.
It's almost like he's going to win Depoy. You know, that's weird.
Crazy,
That's weird how that
right?
works.
All right.
I know.
Yeah. I think TJ Watt's definitely the number one edge rusher. And then like he's tier one, and then like guys like Myles Garrett would be tier two.
Yep.
man, you got him a tier all by himself.
I mean, for now, yeah. Why not? He's gonna win Depoy, so for this year, yeah.
But I'm just saying, like in general, if you're looking at guys,
Oh, in general, he shares tier one for sure. But like
TJ,
this,
Miles, Aaron Donald.
yeah,
I don't
Yeah,
know if
guys like
Von
that.
Miller would be considered tier one anymore.
not anymore. I'd say
JJ Watt.
tier two. JJ, I'd say probably tier two.
Yeah.
For
Him
now.
and Von
Yeah.
Miller are in similar spots for me.
Yeah.
Like their best years are definitely behind them. But before we dive deep into the Super Bowl, like score predictions, I wanna hear you guys' opinions on a take I saw today. Patrick Mahomes ends up like Tom Brady with all the accolades, like championships, and Josh Allen ends up like Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, I've seen that. It's definitely possible. Josh Allen and the Bills very well could, especially due to Patrick Mahomes, could always end up being the bridesmaid, never the bride.
Right. I could see it happening. Do I want it to happen? No. Like,
Yeah.
I'm don't like the Chiefs, and I'd rather see the Bills win. I guess if I had to. Obviously, I want the Browns to win first and foremost. But,
Yeah, and that's how I am too. Like, I would rather see the Bills win over the Chiefs, but first and foremost, I want the Patriots to win, of course.
right. But yeah, I definitely could see Josh Allen just kind of being a guy that wins 1 to 2 Super Bowls, 3 to 4 MVPs, and Patrick Mahomes being the guy that wins like 3 MVPs and 4 or 5 Super Bowls.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That was just a little tidbit I saw today that I wanted to throw in here. But
Do we
should
want to save
move?
score predictions for last? I have a couple more things that I'm into.
I
Sure.
have something to bring up.
All right, Isaac, go ahead. You first.
So the Pro Bowl was this weekend,
Oh, nobody cares
Nobody
about the
watched
Pro
the Pro
Bowl.
Bowl.
I was
and
gonna
the
say, the
Pro
Pro
Bowl
Bowl was
sucks,
lousy.
change it, blah blah blah. Yes.
I say I saw somebody put out a take saying that the worst two teams should play for the first overall pick.
I
Honestly,
honestly
I
should
like that
agree with
idea
that.
better.
I agree with that. That'd be a lot better than the Pro Bowl when they were playing two-hand tap.
But I was gonna say, so wait, does the winner get the first overall pick, or just
The
should
winner
be the
gets the
winner.
first overall pick.
crazy?
I took away two things from the Pro Bowl. Number one, Myles Garrett got a pick 6. Okay, cool. It's the Pro Bowl. It's nothing insane. Number two, Mac Jones hitting the gritty. That was kind of funny. That was
Yeah.
That was good. Two best moments of the Pro Bowl right there.
yep.
Oh man.
Other than that, we were
Oh,
playing
Mac
two-hand
Jones.
tap.
Yeah, two-hand tap. Oh, I watched some of the highlights. I was like, "What the heck is this?"
It's the
Two-hand
same
tap.
thing it is every year.
We need
It's a far cry from when Sean Taylor leveled people in the Pro Bowl.
Greatest
Exactly.
moment in Pro Bowl history. Easy.
absolutely deck the punter.
It was
it the
so
punter?
unnecessary.
Yeah, it was the punter.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Deck the
Sean
punter.
Taylor's a beast. So, what are you gonna do?
All right, Isaac, is that
Oh.
all you had?
And that's all I had.
I got.
Um,
I just want to throw a couple things out there.
Go for it.
We can save Super Bowl MVPs for with our score predictions, but
okay.
I was just scrolling through Twitter. I just typed in Super Bowl, and one of the first things that came up was Super Bowl props, and I was like, all right, I'm intrigued because sports betting intrigues me. Not that I can do it, but it's here anyways. So the first one, well, the first two out of the first three are both MVP stuff, so we're not going to worry about that. One of them is just a yes or no, and it's Cooper Kupp for a 50-plus yard touchdown.
Ooh.
Yes.
Oh, I'm gonna say no.
I don't think anybody's putting up a 60 or a 50-plus yard play in the
No.
Super Bowl.
You have to double him every play, no matter what.
Well,
Oh,
you
yeah.
would think, but he got to run free last game.
Yeah. Like I'd say no, just to be on the safe side, but I would not be surprised if that happens for sure.
Cooper Kupp and Jamar Chase should both be non-factors in the Super Bowl because they should be double-teamed the whole game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I agree.
Then if for Cincy, then you have T. Higgins and Tyler Boyd.
Yeah, but on the other side, they have what?
Odell.
OBJ and
Odell.
I was going to say, I don't even know who else is receiving for them right now.
Van Jefferson Jr.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
there you go.
Van Jefferson's good. Yeah.
I didn't even know if Higbee's playing, so because I know he was a solid tight end. But
Could you imagine if they still have had Robert Woods?
Dude.
I think the Rams would win for sure if they still had Robert Woods.
anyways, but combined 4.5 passing touchdowns between Burrow and Stafford, over or under?
Over. Mainly over.
Did you all say over? I couldn't tell.
There's one that I'm really hoping you say is because it's related, but I've seen a lot of people talking about it.
I'm taking the under on that. I don't think there's going to be 5 passing touchdowns in the Super Bowl.
I think there's going to be 6. I think there's going to be 6.
I don't. I think it's all going to be grit and grind because the Super Bowl seems to be low scoring every year. I would love to see it be high scoring this year, but I don't see it.
We haven't had a shootout Super Bowl in a while.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Not
Anyway,
since-
would you
Falcons-
count 51? Yeah, I was gonna say
I was
that's
say,
what I
not
was gonna
since the
say.
Falcons did all the shooting in one half and the Patriots did all the shooting in the other.
I wouldn't.
I'd count it as a kind of shootout.
No, because a shootout goes back and forth. That's the whole
Oh yeah,
point.
that's true.
That was going to be my point. Like, they weren't going back and forth.
It was just sad. That's what it was. Anyway, The other one is Jamar Chase and Cooper Kupp over or under 199.5 yards receiving.
Under.
Is that both of them combined?
So they would each have to get about 100 receiving yards.
Over.
See, I'm calling under because, like I said, I think they'll both be double teamed the whole game.
Yeah, I got to hit the under there.
This person was wild. Their 5 bets, they took Joe Burrow for Super Bowl MVP, And they took Aaron Donald for Super Bowl MVP, so they're already out one, but that's not important.
Right.
They took Cooper Kupp with a 50-plus yard touchdown for yes, and they took over on both the combined touchdowns and the combined receiving yards.
Well, I don't know what sportsbook they just donated to, but they did a pretty good job.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't either, man.
Okay, Matt, are you done with do you have any more of the prop bets?
Yeah, it's essentially the same thing, but it's separated.
I have
it's-
one more that I've seen. Just so if you're done, then
Just let me do these last two. It's
okay.
Cooper Kupp over under 104.5 yards.
Under.
That under
I want to say over. I want to say over.
I'm with you, Brady.
100 yards is a lot to get in the Super Bowl.
It's true, but there are guys that have done it.
Yeah, it's possible. I mean, he could do it. And then the other one is a lot more difficult for me. Jamar Chase over under 79.5.
Oh.
I'll go over there. He'll probably barely scrape 80. But
I'm gonna have to go under.
I'm gonna give him the over.
I think I gotta hit the over. My gut tells me under, but I really feel like over. He'll get between 80 and 100.
I think he's just going to be short of it.
Yeah, I
I was
think
gonna say, Clayton, I think we hit that window where we both believe that Cup and Chase will almost get 200, but we still both picked the under on that.
Right.
I don't know. 80 is a tough mark because he can definitely.
80 isn't that much.
Yeah.
No.
There's just a wall between like an 80-yard receiving game and a 100-yard receiving game. It's completely different.
Yeah.
So that's a tough one. I'm gonna go under because I think he gets double teamed the whole game, and I think they have that defense. But
Yeah.
Ramsey's going to be on him, so I think it's going to be under.
yeah, I did accidentally just stumble upon two more. It's for the secondary receivers for both teams.
Okay.
T. Higgins, 69.5 yards, and Odell Beckham Jr. 63.5.
I'm gonna hit under on both. I'm going under on both.
Under on the Higgins, over on the Odell.
See, I can see Odell over 63.5, and he would only take 2 plays.
I think he hits like 70.
He'll accidentally break a 30-yard from like a screen pass or something like that, and then he'll just be left alone for 30 yards in another one.
Yeah, probably.
I'm slamming the unders for both strictly out of spite.
I am too, because I don't.
Of course you are.
Shut up, Brady.
Because like I said, I don't see
way more
anybody.
spiteful things than me.
Oh yeah, I know. I just think it's funny when you do it.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Indeed.
I don't see anybody going too crazy in the Super Bowl, but those are the two guys that would have to step up for the team, for either team to win.
Yeah.
So I could both see both of those hitting the over at the same time. I'm done now, Brady. You can go.
It's not going to bring up the bet I had. I have 3 more things, so we'll probably wrap up with scores and MVPs. First off, Tom Brady did officially announce his retirement. We glossed over the will he won't he last episode. Do you guys have anything more to say on Tom Brady officially retiring other than the whole fiasco?
Will Gronk go with him?
Honestly, that's valid. I could see it.
I mean, I know Gronk said he's open coming back, but it wouldn't surprise me, honestly.
I would go out if I were him.
And then while we're here, Kyler Murray wiped the Cardinals completely out of his social media. Is that something that the Cardinals should be worried about? Or is that something that is just, he's just cleansing? It's fine.
No, if I was the Cardinals franchise, I would be in a panic. I might be throwing stuff all over their office.
I don't know. I feel like players do that all the time, just as a publicity stunt, and doesn't ever amount to anything. So I'm not getting my panties two in a bunch over that. If I'm the Cardinals,
I'm kind of in the middle between you two. There's definitely some concern, like that's your franchise. Like, you know what I mean? He's their guy.
Yeah, he's supposed to be the guy.
Right. So obviously there's some panic, but part of me also says like maybe he's just doing this to like get something that he wants. Even then, like their offensive line, they don't have any superstars, but like none of their starters are bad. So like that's almost better than having like one or two good guys and three trash guys.
Well, no,
Yeah.
get shorter offensive linemen.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, that's true. Just need to
But
get like 5'10", 300-pound guys.
straight up bowling balls at that point.
Yes.
But yeah, I would say there's definitely some concern is where I'm at.
All right, so if you had to guess right now, stay, trade, or baseball, Isaac, go.
Baseball.
Matt,
Stay.
Clayton.
Stay.
I think he will stay, but it wouldn't surprise me if by the end of next year he requests a trade.
It's too late for him to play baseball. Not gonna happen.
How old is he? He can't be that old, is
It's like
Doesn't matter.
22, 23.
Yeah.
I mean,
Best
he's an
years are
all-around
ahead of them
athlete,
for
so he
sure.
probably could. He's 24, so yeah, probably a little too late.
Maybe.
Like I said, I could see it going either way for sure.
Yeah, I agree. Then does anyone have anything to talk about with the coaching carousel?
I mean, jobs are coming off the table. Who doesn't
I
have
say
any?
all
Everyone's
nine
hired.
jobs are filled.
Oh shoot! Wow, really?
Yeah,
Mhm.
the Saints had the last opening and they filled it with their defensive coordinator.
But have the last ones opened up? That's the question. Obviously,
I think so.
defensive coordinator now. The Browns talked about getting a new coordinator, or well, we've talked about the Browns getting a new coordinator, right?
The Browns
in,
need a
in
new
terms of
defensive
I
coordinator.
meant in terms of head coaches, coordinators. Yeah, coordinators are going to open up after Super Bowl. Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, I don't really have any issues. I brought this up last episode, I think, but I really think that the Broncos are going to get Aaron Rodgers, especially since they just hired Green Bay's offensive coordinator. Maybe that's just like dumb luck right there with me actually saying something mildly intelligent, but I think that their chances definitely increased a little bit.
Oh, I agree with that, Clayton. The Patriots made a gut-wrenching move today as they hired former special teams coach and Mr. 3rd and 9 QB sneak himself, Joe Judge, to be an offensive assistant. He was our special teams coach before the Giants hired him because they hired him away from us. So we
Yeah.
bring him back as an offensive assistant for
Well,
what?
it's no different than Hugh Jackson getting hired as the Bengals offensive
Oh,
assistant.
Yes.
I mean, yeah, that's true, but
Oh, speaking of which, I
Man.
want to touch on that a little bit. Like with all the stuff coming out about like Brian Flores being offered money to lose when he was head coach of the Dolphins, and then Hugh Jackson like saying something like that was going on, like watching Browns Twitter just be like, "No, dude, you just suck." Browns fans have been divided ever since the Steelers game over the Baker Mayfield stuff. But watching the community come together to crap on Hugh Jackson made my day.
Fact.
well, I saw he walked it back a little bit, but
He
I haven't
did.
been able to I haven't been able to find any more on it.
But before he walked it back, like just watching Browns Twitter explode on him was hilarious.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sure it was amazing. It was almost like watching Commander's Twitter crap all over the new name. Which yeah, that happened between last episode now. The
Yeah, it
Washington Commanders. Thoughts?
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't really care. Better than the football team.
Not by much, but yeah.
I was gonna say it's
I didn't
a
say it
tight
was a big
race.
improvement.
I think it was really funny that it got leaked like weeks beforehand.
Yeah.
Was it really a leak though? I mean, that was always one of the potentials.
I mean, yeah, but like the logo and stuff got like that was out, but when we recorded with Leo,
True.
I don't know.
because like that was the first
Cool.
leak of it, because Leo's the one who brought it up. I'm pretty sure.
I
At
have
the end of-
something to bring up.
At the end of the day, I don't really care. Like they're still the Redskins, or not the Redskins, the Washington, whatever you want to call them.
Caper canceled.
Shut up, Brady. My point still stands. Like, they don't have a true franchise. It doesn't sound like they're sold on Taylor Heineke, and you're not getting anywhere with Ryan Fitzpatrick. So, who, by the way, now is the oldest player in the NFL with Tom Brady's retirement. Just a fun fact.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Still has yet to take a playoff snap. R.I.P. my boy Ryan.
All right, Isaac, what'd you have?
Just a little free agency wondering. Chris Godwin is supposedly reported Cleveland a little bit.
Isaac, any wide receiver that's at least half decent will be attached to Cleveland, as they will be attached to places like New England and Philly and just about any other team that needs a wide receiver.
Well, he's been the biggest name that's popped up for Cleveland.
We've popped up for New England too, but it's too early to speculate on free agency.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah,
but...
like the Browns, I don't know. As a wide receiver, like, do you look at the Browns quarterback situation and think maybe not? I don't know. Like I said, it's way too early to be having that conversation, but I think as a free agent wide receiver that's hitting the market, yeah, it's something to think about, which as a Browns fan hurts to say, but it's a fact, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Do we have anything else?
Head to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
All
I'm
right.
ready.
Yeah.
So, all right, we'll do scores and MVP in one sitting. Matt, we're gonna start with you.
Oh,
Score
my
MVP.
goodness. I'm not even ready for that.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Ooh, okay. I'm gonna give two answers. One, what I would like it to be, and one, what I expect it to be.
All right. That's fair.
I would like it to be Bengals 38, Rams 31, with Joe Burrow as Super Bowl MVP. But I think it'll be 24-13 Rams with Matt Stafford as Super Bowl MVP.
Okay. Definitely both are definitely possible.
I would like to give it to Cooper Kupp or Aaron Donald for Super Bowl MVP because, like, I could see Donald getting like 3 or 4 sacks, strip fumble, something like that.
Yeah.
But just because of the story, if the Rams win, Matt Stafford's getting Super Bowl MVP.
Oh, I agree. There's almost no way he doesn't.
Which I think is the same on the other side too. Like, who else are you going to give it to? Unless Jamar Chase has 250 yards on his own.
You say, well,
like
if the Rams win, unless Aaron Donald or Jalen Ramsey has two turnovers and 2 touchdowns, it's going to be Matt Stafford.
Yeah, exactly.
Clayton?
I'm just going to give one because, like I said, I just kind of hope this is what happens. I'm going to go with 28-24 Bengals with Joe Burrow being Super Bowl MVP.
Clayton, we're on the same page.
Is that what you were going to say?
I was either going to say 28-24 or 31-28.
Is anyone writing these down?
We were both right last week, so.
That's true, we were. Might as well stick together.
Yeah. So, Brady, what's your prediction then, officially?
I was going to say 28-24 Burrow.
All right, fair. Isaac?
All right. I think it's going to be tied at the end of regulation. It's going to be 21-21. And the Bengals are going to get the coin flipped and go down and score with a Jamar Chase touchdown. And then Joe Burrow wins MVP.
All right, so what is it? Final score 27-21?
Yes.
So Joe Burrow?
Yep.
All right, so Matt, which one do you want to use?
Oh, my actual one, Stafford.
All right, what was the score for that one again? I'm writing it down. I just want to know what the score was.
Yeah, I'm trying to type it out. I don't remember what the score was, to be honest.
I was gonna say I'm currently typing a tweet. What'd you say, Clayton?
24-13.
24-13.
Man,
I say, Matt, I'm typing it. So
was I.
crazy. Well, it's now in our drafts. So
I was doing the exact same thing.
I was gonna say it's in our draft, so we can make it look fancy later. I typed it in. But yeah, do we have anything else?
No.
Oh, actually, all right. One final thing, just to close this out. Isaac, best Super Bowl commercial for this year. Who do you think it's gonna be? Go.
Why do you bring me up first?
Okay, fine. Clayton, go.
Avocados from Mexico.
Matt.
Mountain Dew.
Oh yeah, that's always a good one. I'm gonna say Doritos. Doritos has brought some pretty hot ones last few years.
Oh, who's the beer company?
But there's usually Budweiser. It's probably Budweiser.
Budweiser has some good ones usually.
That's the one with the horses, right?
Yes, the Cotton
Yes.
Stills.
Budweiser.
I'm just gonna give honorable mention to Coca-Cola if they have one, because usually if they have one, it's usually pretty good.
Like Coca-Cola is usually pretty good too.
There's no real wrong answer from like what we said. Like
I just hope there's an M&M's commercial.
Sure.
Those ones are good.
I'm
But
surprised the one college student that goes to BG didn't bring up the beer one.
shut up, Isaac.
Shade.
Got him.
I hate all of you. We're moving into a UFC update quick.
Do it.
Did I bring that up in the last episode?
I don't think so.
That depends what we're talking about.
You brought up the guy you're talking to on Twitter.
Oh,
That was
no.
it.
Francis Ngannou defended his heavyweight crown. I forgot to bring that up in the last episode, so shout out to him. But that very well could be the last time we see him fight in UFC. And I'm kind of on his side for this one. Like, being paid $600,000 as a heavyweight champ, like, come on, bro.
Yeah.
You guys can do better than that. We all know you can. Just give him $5 million. Give him $5 million as the heavyweight champion of the world. That's how I look at it. I wouldn't be surprised if he ends up like boxing Tyson Fury, to be completely honest. He has in the heavyweight division too, he has a puncher's chance. Like, it's very real, especially at heavyweight. So I think that'd be hilarious, to be honest. Like I've said it a million times, I'm a huge fan of chaos. So yeah, Tyson Fury, Francis Ngannou, and then Jake Paul, Tommy Fury on the undercard. 2022, book it.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's all I have.
All right, Clayton, you want to close this out then?
Absolutely. This was Hot Take Sports, episode 37. A lot of football content today. Make sure to follow us on all social medias at Hot Take Sports 16. And go check out our website at hottakesports.online. Go buy some merch so we can mute Isaac when we record.
Go buy merch. Go buy merch.
Thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see y'all next time.